If St. Paul was alive and visited today, he'd marvel at the facade in a grand display. Virgin Mary lions, chrysanthemums in sight, east meets west in the morning light. The facade stands tall, a blend of times gone by, Renaissance and Oriental, reaching to the sky. Virgin Mary conquers evil, Hydra at her feet, symbols of faith and culture in this historic street. If St. Paul was alive and visited today, he'd marvel at the facade in a grand display. Virgin Mary lions, chrysanthemums in sight, east meets west in the morning light. Beneath the ruins, a crypt of sacred rest, martyrs and relics, in peace they are blessed. Saint Francis Xavier, a founder so revered, in the heart of Macau, their legacy is clear. If St. Paul was alive and visited today, he'd marvel at the facade in a grand display. Virgin Mary lions, chrysanthemums in sight, east meets west in the morning light. With a strawberry drink he walks through the past in the streets of Macau, where memories lasting. Paul in the present with history in his gaze. In Rua de Sao Paulo he spends his days. If St. Paul was alive and visited today, he'd marvel at the facade in a grand display. Virgin Mary lions, chrysanthemums in sight, east meets west in the morning light.
St. Paul Lane. This has a lot of history to it. Right around the corner from here is St. Paul's ruins, and we're gonna go up and around by going this way, I believe, first, and then we're gonna come back down the other way, I believe is our plan. Let me just take a look so you can see Sao Paulo ruins right here. And then you have this big Uniqlo right here as well. We're gonna show that as well. Taxi coming along. Pretty loud one at that. Okay, so Sao Paulo ruins is right there, and we have tons and tons of crowds. And we're on St. Paul's Lane, but St. Paul's Street is right there. So that's St. Paul's Street, and then St. Paul's Church is right there. So let's go check out St. Paul Lane. Travessa de Sao Paulo, right here in the heart of Macau. So let's put this up on the map so you can see exactly where we are. And we're there's a street, St. Paul Street, and then there's a St. Paul Lane. We're going to be going on the lane. I'm also have some lyrics, so I did another one of St. Paul Street, and I just kind of playing around with St. Paul walking down the street. So you saw some images of that, and I'm going to put the lyrics to that music. I wrote it myself, and then I put it into an AI program to make it into music. And with no further ado, let's do the walk and talk and get into it so you can see St. Paul Lane, Sao Paulo, Travessa de Sao Paulo. So St. Paul Lane, let's just kind of go up, and I think what we're gonna do is go up this way and just focus on this whole space, and we're gonna come around to where all those people are at down that way, so we'll see that in a little bit as well. So let's go up like this. I'm just gonna come up here and take a look at this real quick. I don't think we can go in this, but this is San Matteo Ricci, so it's a school. So we won't go up into it, but it has a lot of history. Hello.
Hello. This is the middle school.
Yeah, and that, yeah, Matteo Ricci is like the first, one of the first priests the name of him from Italy.
But this is from Italy.
Yeah. I think he,
他说啊，意大利的。
so we're gonna but yeah, that name Matteo Ricci, we're gonna have a statue of him up that way, so we're gonna show that in a minute. But that Matteo Ricci is actually a one of the first saints, first Jesuits, I don't know if he was saying or not, but one of the first Jesuits to translate the Bible into Chinese. So he studied Chinese in the 1500s, I believe. And we'll see a statue of him straight ahead. Mood and more. So yeah, now that's middle school, but I think historically this whole area would have had the Jesuits had a strong presence, so they had their church right here, and they also had a pretty large school, but not a school like that, but like a big one to train. Let me see what this is. This is kind of new. Let's see. So that's St. Paul's Lane. Oh, here we go, right here. So originally this area was part of St. Paul's College complex, which included a residential area, classrooms, clinic, library. It was shut down in 1762, destroyed by a fire, 1835, and architecture similar to St. Lazarus. So now the modern is 1940s, 1950s. And we're going to try to walk in slightly into this little space. So I don't know, this might be what was part of the old traditional, no, it burned, so they had a school, then it, now it's gone. So there we go, let me step up a little bit. So that was our lane right there, so this is the lane where the St. Paul's school would have been at historically. And then now we're entering into, get out of here. I'm kind of hoping to show you the statue that's up here as well. So this goes up to this fortress area. And this is actually Calzada, Sao Paulo. I was kind of hoping to show you down at the base, but I guess we won't do that because I want to go up here instead. But actually that makes sense. This is actually called Sao Paulo, Calzada de Sao Paulo, what we're walking on now, this cobblestone. Then it goes to St. Paul's Church. You see all the tourists everywhere? I'm gonna go up to this statue up here in a minute. But that's where we came from. We're gonna go up to this statue. I guess I have to go around like that. We come up this way. We're gonna go all the way up to this. Hello. We're gonna go up to the statue right here. And this right here is also a park, which we're not gonna explore right now because we're just gonna come up to the statue. And I think this is important because this particular guy, that school is named after him, right? And this is his information right here. So Padre, so he was a father, he's a priest, not a saint, but a priest. Father Matteo Ricci, 1552 to 1610. So 1582, he arrived in Macau. And then it basically talks about him being one of the first foreigners in China. So that's all about him right there. So he's quite famous and well known. Let's just kind of stroll by here real quick. We're gonna come back down. A lot of people around today. So our little lane was just behind us. Now we're in a park, Park Fortaleza de Monte. We're gonna try to sneak across if we can. Go behind this one. That's the ruins of St. Paul right there. So yeah, the fire was destroyed. Actually, something else destroyed this. Let's see if we can go around like this. Okay. We try to navigate through the crowds a little bit. Lots of people everywhere today. So actually this week is actually a holiday in mainland China, so you got lots of people here today. It's hard to find a spot here. So we were just down that way. And so we started right around that red building right there, and then we went around the yellow building, and then we ended up coming up to St. Paul's Lane. Showed you the Matteo Ricci, that's the fortress straight ahead, and then most people will be coming to here and seeing this big beautiful Sao Paulo's church, the ruins of it. Well, this is kind of interesting too, right? Okay. So that was St. Paul's Lane. You can see also Grand Lisboa Casino in the distance. And then we're gonna turn off our video.
St. Paul was alive and visited to today. He'd marvel at the facade in a grand